Hey everybody, it's Professor Parish, and we are on week 16 of English 122. We are very close to the end of the semester. We have a couple more weeks, y'all, so just push through. We're almost there, if you can believe it. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving week and had a wonderful weekend. With week 16, don't worry, y'all are getting a little bit of a break and a chance at some extra credit. Because I know just coming off of that weekend and getting prepped for this finals coming up and things like that. So let's go over the assignments for this week. There's only one. I mean, obviously, I want you all to keep working on your papers. Papers number 4. I'm recording this on Sunday, so I've looked at most of your outlines. If I haven't looked at your outline yet, I will be looking at it tomorrow on Monday, so you should get feedback from me by tomorrow. But for the most part, all the outlines I've looked at so far look great. Working on your paper 4. Mainly, next week, we're going to talk about peer review. We are going to peer review your papers next week, and I will talk about that in the week 17 discussion forum. But for week 16, you do not have a discussion forum this week. Yay! We're going to take a break from the discussion forums. So you do not have a discussion forum. All you have is the annotated bibliography that I'm going to go over with you all here very shortly. There is an extra credit opportunity with this assignment, so please make sure you watch until the end of this video so that you can see that. But yeah, there's no reading, no discussion forum. Y'all had one over Thanksgiving break, so you can take a break this week. And instead, we're just mainly going to focus on this bibliography and the extra credit. The only extra thing I will note is that there's an optional thing here. If you did want to revise your paper 3, those revisions are due by this coming Sunday, December 6th. But anyway, let's talk about the annotated bibliography that is also due this coming Sunday. So I've got the presentation for it pulled up here. So I'm actually taking a graduate course right now online, so I can relate to your plights. And I just completed a bibliography for that one of my courses too. So this assignment is pretty fresh. What an annotation is it's a summary. So anytime if you've looked up a journal article and you've seen an abstract, quote unquote, with that article that kind of paraphrases or talks or previews what the article is about, that's basically an annotation. It's just like a preview that is to get your reader excited about the source that you're using. So a bibliography, we know, is a list of all your sources. So what an annotated bibliography is just your sources with a little bit of explanation to them. So typically, what you'll do for this assignment is you'll start out by citing the source in MLA. So we're still working with MLA. There is going to be a few more assignments with that. So you're just citing in MLA first of all. And then you skip a space, and then you'll write a small summary about that source. So you'll basically tell me what is the source about, how is it useful for your paper, and how is it credible. Those are the 3 big things. So for example, here is an example annotation. So I have my source cited in MLA. I've got my author / my author last name, comma, first name. I have the article title in quotation marks because this is an online article. I have the website in italics, so sample.com. I have the publisher, which is usually the same as the website. I have the date published, and then I have the link to the article. Got all my stuff. And then what I do for the annotation here is I'll say the article discusses these things. The article is from a known credible website, and it's founded by this journal who is a leading source in these examples. So that just proves how the source is also credible. And then I'm going to use this site as the main source of my articles to discuss my essay. So essentially, you need at least 3 sentences in your annotation. A summary, why it's credible, and how you're going to use it. Now, obviously, you can add more content than just that, and you may have to depending on your article and your source, but it needs to address those 3 things to get full credit, right? If you don't talk about why it's credible, you're going to miss points. If you don't talk about how you're planning on using it, it's going to miss points. If you don't summarize it, you're going to miss points. So you've got to address those 3 things. And if you're not sure how you're planning on using the paper, the source in your paper, then at least give an explanation of how it could be used. Be like, I'm not sure how I'm going to use this source yet, but I could use it in my introduction to explain my topic, or something like that, right? So other things to think about, your bibliography, is like a works cited page. It's listed in alphabetical order. So you want to make sure that your annotations are in alphabetical order. Ideally, if you cite these correctly in MLA and you plan on using these sources in your final paper, you can just copy and paste the citations into your final paper. Don't put the annotations though. I don't want the summaries in your final paper, just the works cited. And so basically what you're going to do for this is that your paper number 4 has to have 4 sources. So I want you to do 4 annotated bibliographies. So 4 sources, I want you to find 4 sources and annotate each one of them. All right? What the source is about, how you plan to use it, what makes the source credible. Now, these are not set in stone. If you find 4 sources for your paper and you use them for this assignment, and then, a week later you decide, hey, that 3rd source I did the annotation for, I'm not going to use it anymore, that's okay. This is just solely for this assignment. If you decide to use these sources in your paper, awesome. If you don't, no problem, right? And then make sure that you put your annotations in alphabetical order by the first letter of the author's last name, or if there's no author, by the article title. And here's where the extra credit comes in. For extra credit, I'm going to put down here, any extra annotations are extra credit. So I've done this every semester that I've done this assignment. So you've got to do 4 to get full credit. It's out of 20 points. So each of your annotations are worth 5 points. The citation is going to be worth 2 points. And then the actual annotation, each part of the 3 parts you need, are worth 3. So each annotation is worth 5 points. If you do extra annotations, I will give you extra credit. So I've had some people do like 1 extra annotation and get like 5 extra credit points. I had a girl one time do 20 extra annotations. I'm not joking. She did 20. That's a lot of points. She got a lot of extra credit points, but she did the work. She did all the extra annotations. She cited them all properly. She did all of the extra work for it. So I was like, okay, cool. You're going to get those extra points for it. So good on you. But yeah, that's totally up to you, however many you want to do for this assignment. If you don't do any extra, that's okay too. You only have to do the 4. But if you choose to do any more, then they are optional for extra credit. So just be aware of that for this assignment. But otherwise, that's the only thing due this week, is just that. So if you have any questions, make sure that you email me. But like I said, you've got this bibliography. You can use your Cengage handbook or your MLA citation presentation as a resource. Just be sure to look through that and you should be fine. Most everybody does really well on this assignment at this point. But if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. But that's all that is due for week 16. Please make sure that you watch next week's video, because I'm going to talk about the peer review and our MLA exam, and we are getting closer to finals. So yeah, just getting through there, guys. We've got a few more weeks left of class. Y'all can do it. It's been a crazy semester, but we're so close to the end. So in any case, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care, and I'll talk to you all again soon.